Sunday the 25th of February 2024 saw the fourth open day for the upcoming City Metro City extension, this time Victoria Cross. This is the first open day north of the harbour and the first to feature a mined cavern design owing to space constraints around the station. The station is situated in North Sydney near the existing station of the same name. It is named after the Victoria Cross intersection between Miller Street and Pacific Highway, and the station has two surface buildings, both integrated with the development above. The southern building lies on the corner of Miller and Berry Streets, with a main entrance on Miller Street and an arcade-style entrance onto Denison Street behind. This side is not quite finished, with earthworks yet to start on the footpath. For this reason, access to the open day was from the north side. This building is on the corner of Miller and McLaren Streets, and owing to a much smaller footprint, is only connected with the platforms through 4 lifts. The site here is on a gradient, with the Opal Concourse level with Miller Street. Downhill on McLaren Street is the cycle storage, underneath the concourse. The cycle parking has capacity for at least 100 bicycles, with an additional 250 spaces available in the overstation development, including end-of-trip facilities. The lifts at the north site have Spanish solution to optimise flow and lead to a landing at the end of a corridor which connects them to the platforms via a small bank of escalators. On this landing are a few toilets. One thing you'll notice at this station is the tubular design of the passages, giving a very light feel. It reminds me very much of Crossrail stations in London. The two platforms are situated on one island, with full-height platform screen doors and brown panels sealing the rail corridor. There are a few benches around, I believe more than at other stations I visited. Each door has markings on the floor, creating a clear path for passengers to alight from trains, which will reduce dwell time. Towards the southern end of the station are a further 2 banks of escalators leading to another landing. The southern side of the station is designed for much higher capacity, and as such, everything on this side feels much larger than the north. This landing leads to a bank of 5 escalators up to the southern Opal Concourse, which, unlike the north, is underground. There are once again toilets here, as well as a small passageway to 2 lifts leading to the platforms. The concourse is very bright, and the enormous bank of 6 escalators that lead to street level allow lots of natural light to filter through. The 6 escalators are divided into 2 sets of 3. The western 3 lead up to Miller Street, and the eastern 3 lead to Denison Street, which is slightly lower than the other side. 2 lifts connect the Miller Street entrance to the Opal Concourse. The Miller Street entrance is quite basic, however features a large screen above the escalators, which I can only assume will be used as an ad board. Both entrances feature large lettering of the station name as well as the regular signage, similar again to a style used in London. One thing I did not mention in previous open day videos in detail were other modes. On Victoria Cross intersection is an entrance to North Sydney Station through a shopping centre, allowing relatively simple interchange between the two. The northern site has the cycle storage to tie into a possible future cycleway on McLaren Street, and the existing Miller Street at Pacific Highway bus stop will most likely be renamed to Victoria Cross Station, with the existing Victoria Cross stop likely to be renamed to something else. The station site is currently served by northbound routes 202, 203, 207, 208, 209 and 260, and southbound routes 115, 200, 202, 207, 208, 252, 260, 291, 150X and 154X. I suspect more routes will be added to this list, with many buses stopping at North Sydney and Victoria Cross. That's about it for this video. If you weren't able to get along to this open day, keep an eye out for the next one. I'll link tickets to that as soon as I find out about them. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.